So we're at Bath Skyline Parkrun. There's one of two parkruns in Bath. The other one's Brickfields Park. And it was a bit awkward trying to find the start line. I mean, you put it in maps and it shows you the exact spot where you just put Bath Skyline Parkrun, and it shows you the spot where it starts, but not the actual proper route of getting there. And because it starts in the middle of a field, so thanks to all the volunteers as usual. You can see this one starts at field. It just started raining as this part one happened, but it didn't stick. It didn't stick around. It didn't get really muddy or anything like that. And this is the first park run that I've done what's not in the north. And it's the first one for this channel that I've done what I've never actually done before. So I've never ran the course before, but I did read up about it. And one of the things what I read was there was 37 steps that you have to go up to all in one go, which I think is a lot more, even though the ones in Bolton you have to go up twice. You only go up these ones once, but it is a bit of a steep climb. We'll put the Strava map up here so you can see start and finish in a slightly different place, although it looks exactly the same, which is confusing if you're trying to find your jacket or something like that. And we'll put the elevation up. So that first 1k is down, relatively downhill, and I think this long section here, you've got like a long straight section which I think is downhill. But having not worked out or trained all week and a lot of drinking, there was no way I was getting a good time here. I was actually 2 minutes slower than the previous week, and there was a lot of eating and drinking the previous night. So, I mean, I was just getting one ticked off the list. And if you're going to be a parkrun tourist, you might as well go to somewhere like Bath, which is it was a great city. I mean, there was plenty to do, there's plenty to see there. So you might as well do somewhere in a city, which is, if you're going to do one far away, where there's there's something there other than a park run worth seeing. So you've got this long straight bit here. So at least I'm overtaking a couple of people here. But I think these people overtake me again later on. But there is a bit here where, in a couple of minutes, where you do actually see why they call it Bath Skyline, because you run down the hill and then you do a sharp right, and then you just have a view of what may be Bath City Centre, but it is a really nice view. But I'm not sure if my camera picked it up properly. But if I start getting a few, plenty of views and stuff, then maybe I'll invest in a better quality camera, because I did notice the footage I took from my phone at the beginning, and the difference between the footage from my camera. So yeah, maybe I'll get a better camera if the channel takes off. But I've only got one more park run done before my knee surgery next week, so I might do Heaton Park because it's the biggest one. But my brother's going to be filming some park runs, so I'm going to continue the channel with some park runs of ones I'm familiar with. But I might walk a few as well whilst I'm in surgery recovery. And this is a bit through woodlines. You turn here, and this is one where you do like one small lap and then one big lap. Like you do one lap, turn right, and then you do one lap, turn left, or the other way around, I can't remember. And it's on that the larger loop, where you do get a nice view of Bath Skyline. And I mean, this at the moment, you're running through woods. This could be pretty much many park runs. It could be all look similar. But that's one of my targets to do for this channel, is to do some of the most scenic park runs. And apparently the most scenic, see, there's that view of Bath Skyline there, but you have to look left. So, and the weather wasn't great, it was very misty. So there was a bit there where I turned, you have got a good view, but it's largely the weather and having a bit of a crap camera that prevents that view. But as I was saying, yeah, this most scenic park run, the most scenic park run is apparently Fountains Abbey in North Yorkshire. Anglesey is another one. And I think it's Fleetwood or Morecambe supposed to be a pretty good one as well. And Felfort, or quite any in the Lake District really, are meant to be quite good. So I'm going to put them on my list, and I'm going to do some of the most difficult ones. Like Great Yarmouth has got to be a challenge when I'm back to full fitness. So, and I will down there's another quick view of that skyline. If I would have got a good view or a good footage of that skyline there, I probably would have slowed it down. But I put all these videos on double speed anyway. But yeah, I would have slowed it down just to put it in. Here's these steps. These steps go on for ages. One thing you do pick up on it, just when you get to the top of the stairs, there's actually two people who just stood there catching their breath, like, which I noticed. So here's the top of the steps. Remember, that was double speed. So you can just see those two guys on the left there who found those stairs a bit of a challenge. But yeah, so at least you only have to do them once, and you know at the beginning. So this bit along mud path. But yeah, Yeah, put in the comments if there's any specific, what's the best park run you've done or the most scenic park run. And I might try and get a better camera which has better footage. I'm certainly not strapping my phone to my head anyway to get better footage. But yeah, this is just woodland, and you go through a rugby pitch as well. I don't think I'd turn my head so you can see probably, but that's the only real sharp turn you do there, I think. I think this is there's a long straight which is slightly downhill, and I think this is it. But there is a long straight one and you feel yourself picking up a better speed. And I think there was a couple who ran together who overtake me, and then I overtake them, and then they overtake me again. There's a little bit of a battle going on, and that's not him. It was a couple, as in that man and woman, who ran together for pretty much the whole race. I didn't see any cafe or toilets on this one, so there were dogs. I think they recommended only one dog on a lead or something like that. But yeah, definitely didn't see any toilets, but there's plenty of bushes which I had to take advantage of. But yeah, I didn't see any cafe it just starts in the middle of a field and then ends, and there's a bit of a long way round across the fields to actually get to the start line. So yeah, no after parkrun coffee. I think this is that couple who overtook me. I overtake them again, and then they overtake me. So yeah, I think this is them. Yeah, so this is the downhill bit, yeah, because I'm starting to overtake people now. I'm not sure how far. I'm about probably past the halfway mark here. But yeah, it's another one that doesn't have any markers. Not many park runs actually do, but because when I started off, I used to do Heaton Park every week, and that had 1k, 2k, 3k, 4k, like half a k and 200 metres and stuff like that, like markers. So yeah, but not very many I do. A couple have like 1k left and stuff like that. But it's not very, apart from them one steps, there's no massive hills or anything like that, apart from that one big one, the stairs where you have to go up to 37 steps, which cause some people to stop, and it's usually people who just walk up them. And this averages about 300 people, I think. I think both the ones in Bath, like Brickfields Park, averaged around 300 people. When I would check both courses to see which one was the best, and this one was I thought this was the best one to do. But I don't think I noticed with this camera, since on all the other videos, I had it on mute by default, so I didn't actually pick up any sound, but it's not really much sound to pick up. But because I put it on double speeds, then all you're going to pick up is gravel crunching and coughing and stuff like that. But you get some park runs where they'll have a speaker at a certain bit where they play music, and YouTube can cut that out for copyright reasons. But if you put it on double speed, you're not going to pick up the music really. I'm getting overtaken here now. This is the woodland bit. So this is one of those where you could be anywhere really. It's actually starting to get dark here. It's that many trees. I do remember this bit now. Just going to speed it up a little bit here because you can't really see anything until you come out of it. So it's even darker there as well. So I'll just speed it up a little bit more till I get out of the woods. Not out of the woods yet. There we go. We're out of it now so we can see. So most of it is on gravel paths and stuff like that, but you start off on the field, so it's not that muddy. But apparently it can get muddy, especially on the stairs and stuff like that. And then the beginning and the end. And I think I'm near the finish line now. Oh, I overtook her before. Oh, that's that couple, I think. Yeah, I overtook them and now they're overtaking me. And I think they pull away. And yeah, I got something like 24.50 on this one. Yeah, quite a bad time. But that's one of the other reasons why I'm thinking I might, because I did my first some park runs at Heaton Park. I was thinking if I do it now, well, I'm not really training because of my knee injury. It might see just how much fitness I've actually lost, because I know what time I used to get Heaton Park in, average about 22, or something like that, 22 minutes. I've had under 22 a couple of times, but yeah, I know roughly what my time is. So if I'm getting some in 24, 25, so I might be back to full fitness next year. Yeah, through farm. I think this is the finish, yeah, because you go through a field. And I remember looking for my jacket, but then someone told me that, did you put it at the start line? This is not, the start and the end are not the same. It's slightly different. It's a walk all the way around, but I think you finish on this field here. Yep, no it's not. No, it's not the finish. Still a bit, it might be this field. Field's a field, isn't it? But yeah, I had around an hour to get back to my hotel and get a shower and everything for this one and make sure everything was packed. And then got off to see the city of Bath, the Roman baths and stuff like that, which was quite good. Never actually been to Bath before. And if you're a fan of Bridgerton, then you'll you know that there are a few sights to see, which I've never seen, so I wasn't that excited about. But yeah, there's a street in Bath called the Royal Crescent, which is one of apparently the most photographed streets in Britain. So I think this is the end field. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm coming up. So I can't remember. I think I finished 65th on this one, out of about 300, which is not bad, really. But yeah, I think a better camera is needed. This has got a fisheye lens as well. I'm not really keen on them. So here's the finish now. Collect my token. Get scanned and then go.